Quality, service, atmosphere. You're next in the chair. Feel at home in the Barbershop. Gbush offers a fresh cut on sports. The Barbershop isn't just grooming for guys. It's culture, it's lifestyle, it's sports. And it's now the Barbershop is giving the sports scene a sheer shave and shine. Join the makeover now. Follow Garrett Bush at Gbush91 on Twitter.
Yo, man, back at it. It's the Barbershop, man. LA Rams versus your Cleveland Browns. And we got you. Come on in, a little closer. That's right. We got you covered on the preview for the game. As always, I'm G Bush. Follow me on Twitter at Gbush91. As always, please go ahead and check out my weekly show. If you're interested, it's linked in the description. You can catch me streaming live on the radio.com app. And you can also catch my radio show, aptly named The Barbershop, from 8 to 12. And you can catch me every single pre-game show on 92.3 The Fan, the home of the Cleveland Browns. This weekend, I will be on, since it's a Sunday night primetime event, you can catch me 5 to 8. And I'll be on with Anthony Lima. And check his new show out, too. He got a national show coming up. He comes on every week after me at 2 o'clock. Got to shout out my guy. And we'll be on from 5 to 8, taking you all the way to kickoff with the Rams. So let's get into let's get into it. So go ahead and get right into this preview. LA Rams, Cleveland Browns. And if you're a Browns fan, this is what you've been waiting for. This is exactly what you've been waiting to get. Because right now, this is a barometer game. This is a game where you find out where you stand in the NFL. That's it. Simple. And for us, there's no more of, hey, let's see where we're at. Let's just try to get a win. Let's just try to stay competitive. Let's keep the game close to the fourth quarter. No, these are the type games where you find out, especially in the next 5 games, when you're talking about, you got the LA Rams, you got the Baltimore Ravens. You take a look and you got the Patriots coming up. You take a look at, you got 2-0 teams like, who else is 2-0? 49ers is 2-0. So you look at those games and you got to realize the Browns are going to be playing a lot of great teams coming up. And it's a great opportunity to see where the Browns are at this point of the season. When you look at the game and the keys to the game in this situation, you got to look no further to the 2 defensive fronts. Right now, I would say Myles Garrett, if you just don't even have to watch and see what he's been doing right now. A lot of people's complaining about him and the penalties. But besides the penalties, let's just concentrate on something right now. Myles Garrett is playing at a very high level. He's playing at a level that he's definitely a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. I mean, the way and I used to play defensive end in college. The way he's able, his get off is crazy. The way he uses his hand placement, his quick get off, his power, his athleticism. He has that nice duck move. He's already putting it together. And right now he got 5 sacks in 2 games. He's going to have to be dominant. He's going to have to be dominant up front for the Browns to come out and do what they want to do in this game. Also, they're going to need Ogunjobi. They're going to need Sheldon Richardson. And they need Olivier Vernon. I need you to get off the schneid too. I need you to be developing some of that pressure because they're going to need it from both sides when they're going against the Rams. And the Rams on offense don't really have any weaknesses, so to speak. Robert Woods, crafty. Didn't think he was going to be that way coming out of USC. Crafty, quick, good route runner, in and out of breaks. They get him the ball quick. Cooper Kupp is turning into the next... goodness gracious, Julian Edelman, Wes Welker. All of these superlatives for a white slot receiver. He's the ultimate white slot receiver, and he's just turning himself into the next step, evolutionary step in that. He had a tremendous game against the Saints last week. Crazy run. They get him the ball over the middle of the field. Coming off that injury, looks like he didn't lose any specific speed, explosiveness. Catches the ball great. Cooper Kupp, and then you got Brandon Cooks. Speed guy, short, shifty, in and out, boom, 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 over the middle. They got great receivers. Let's talk about their backs. Ty Gurley, they haven't been using him out of the backfield as much as they did in prior years. Still grade A back. Still one of the most prolific backs in the first couple of years. Still has an opportunity to catch the ball in the backfield and be a dynamic runner in that zone running offense. And then Jared Goff, man. Sometimes he has a little bit of trouble. According to Pro Football Focus, he struggles throwing the ball outside of the numbers. And right now he's about 16, 17, and throwing balls outside of the numbers on deep outside patterns. So he's a little less accurate. Some of those plays can be picked off, but he's deadly accurate as far as what he's able to do and throwing the receivers over the middle. And that's really, really excel. I mean, they run a lot of jet motion. They make everything look the same, whether it's the jet motion, and they run 4 or 5 different plays off the jet motion. They'll bring Brandon Cooks in jet motion. Sometimes they'll give it to Gurley. Sometimes off that same jet motion, they may hand it to Cooks. Then they may, you know what? We're going to fake here, set up a screen. Next time it's play action, tight end over the middle. Next time play action, shot play. They make everything look the same. Sean McVay he gives you 4 to 5 different options. Every initial part of the play is the same, but they run different variations off of it. That's what makes them so deadly as far as their offensive capabilities. When you're taking a look at what the Browns need to do, they need to stop the run on first and second down and then be able to get after Jared Goff. Because here's the thing. You can't let him sit you. If they can run the ball and do whatever they want, it's a problem. Because they're mix-up game. It's like anybody that play fighting games, anybody play Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Virtual Fighter, Taken, Dragon Ball Z fighters, you know what it is. You get that sliding knockdown. All of a sudden, here come the mix game. What's the mix-up going to be? And that's what they do offensively. When you look at the Browns on offense, one of the things, and I just want to preface this too. I just want to say this and get this out of the way so we can talk about this quickly. A lot of people is just in a bag lately, especially in Cleveland. Like, I know they didn't play as well as they wanted to, and you're not seeing the level of production and points you wanted to see after Baker. But let's not take this too far, bro. Man, we was acting like we lost or, the season, and, I'm not excited about that. Listen, take your dub, keep working on your game, and get better. You want to be peaking come December. You don't want to be peaking in September. Don't nobody care about that. You want to be peaking, hitting your stride in December, moving on to the playoffs. What you want to do is, while it's a work in progress like it is now, all you want to do is win and keep racking up wins and working on your game. If you can get a win, still work on your care, still working on your chemistry, and still keep people fresh and able to actually make the trip, actually suit up, and you don't have any devastating injuries to either Baker Mayfield or OBJ or Myles Garrett or some of your A-plus talented players, you'll take it. You'll take it. So, it's a work in progress, man. Anytime that I see that I can get that I can get that W, I'm going to take it and roll out. So coming into this game, the Browns have a whole lot of people. There's reports that Christian Kirksey is going to be out of this game. Demarius Randall and Morgan Burnett didn't practice today. So we don't even know. They got concussions. Got the news that Njoku has a wrist injury that may require surgery. Also, on top of that, he had a concussion. So he may be out for an extended period of time. That means, you got Demetrius Harris may need to step up. Pharaoh Brown may need to step up. The kid Seals might need to come that they just traded from. So, they've got some pieces and parts out. Don't get me twisted. Hollywood Higgins, we don't know what's up with his ankle. So they got some pieces out. But at the end of the day, no excuses. Everybody got people out. That's the part of the game. It's football. Everybody got injuries. I mean, heck, look at all the quarterbacks that have been out. Everybody got injuries. So let's leave it to that. And what they need to do offensively, they need to remember, field goals ain't going to get it done today. This team, the Rams, get 35 in their sleep. It sounds like they're doing a maraca cha-cha dance. That's how fast That's how fast they be scoring, man. That's how fast they be scoring. You ain't going to be out here getting 3 points if that's what you think going to happen. You got to be converting them into touchdowns. And right now, that all puts on, I think it goes to the point of you need to run the ball. You need to be successful at running the ball. And it's going to take a much better play calling game from Freddie Kitchens and Todd Monken. And it's going to take a much better game as far as the accuracy standpoint from Baker Mayfield. Some of the throws that he missed to OBJ, airmailing the ball, some of the little dump off passes to the backs, intermediate short routes to the side, you got to hit all of those. Them have to be buckets. It has to be Steph Curry automatic. Oh, you left Steph Curry open? Buckets. You lost Steph Curry? Backdoor layup. Oh, you fouled Steph Curry? Free throw line money. That's the way it got to be. That's the way it has to be, because if it's not, you can turn the ball over and they're coming down getting 7. So that's just what the Browns need to do in terms of offensively speaking. When you look at the matchup, the Rams really don't have any glaring weaknesses. Secondary, solid. Linebackers, great. Linebackers is pretty good. Secondary is really good. Defensive line with Brockers and Donald, I mean, he's going to be a problem. He's going to be a problem up front. The best way you can deal with Aaron Donald is run the football. It's hard to rush the passer when you dealing with run blocks. I'm a DN. I like rushing the passer. That's our version of airing the football out. We want to rush the passer. That's how we get paid. But don't nobody really want to feel like dealing with no double team blocks the whole doggone game. That's something that we don't want to deal with. So running the ball, play action, keeping everybody in check. And I think one of the things that they must do is they got to go to the quick game. This shotgun 7-step drop stuff, and you got linemen out. The right tackle, Hubbard, didn't practice today. You know what Robinson is prone to doing. You got to be tempo. 3-step, quick. 3-step. And if you want to do 5-step, it has to be a play action so you can get people off balance. I really think this is going to be a pretty good game. This is going to be a pretty good game. Sunday night, it's imperative the Browns get off to a quick start and get that crowd behind you. Because you don't want, the last time the Browns were at home, the crowd came in and they had nothing to talk about. They didn't have nothing to cheer. You need, as a team, to come out fast so your crowd can have an opportunity to work itself in the game. If you come out and you down 10-0, the crowd, you lose the crowd. You lose your home field advantage in the first 10, 12 minutes of the game. You can't do that. You need to come out, have some energy, have some big plays, maybe get a couple stops, and then you get the crowd, the momentum behind you, and make it an uphill battle for the LA Rams going forward from the whistle, from the jump street. So when you look at this game, prediction, man, this is a rough one. I'm going to be all honest with you. It's a toss-up. It's a pick-me game. It's a toss-up. I mean, I can go that, I can foresee the Browns winning, but I can see the Rams winning, like, no problem either. No problem either. If you had to hold a gun to my head, right now, I think the Rams is a little bit more advanced than we are. I would go leaning to the Rams 27-17-ish Rams. Do I want that to go down? No, not really. But at the end of the day, I think the Rams are way more of a polished team, way more chemistry, know each other. I think their playbook is phenomenal. I think their pieces and parts have been working together longer than the Browns. And I just think that's going to be worth something when you talk about early in the season in the way that they've looked playing against the Saints and the teams that they played in versus the Browns coming off of Jets in the Tennessee Titans game. So, but with that being said, would I be surprised if the Browns won? No, because you're at home. You have A-plus players like OBJ and Myles Garrett, and you see what they can do when they make plays. You see what they can do when they can make special plays with sacks, special plays with actually going around and catching a 3-yard slant and taking that to the house, taking it straight to the house. That's what special players can do. Also, I would be amiss to say, rumor it has it that the Browns are one of the teams that may be in the running to inquire about Jalen Ramsey. Now that is going to cost you. Teams are saying, reports are saying, it's a minimum of 2 first-round draft picks. And when you sign him, you're going to back that Brinks truck, which he did bring to Jaguars camp. He came in a Brinks truck. You already know what his mind state is. You're going to have to extend him on top of that. Do the Browns have the cap space? Sure. But they also have to sign Baker Mayfield. They also got to sign Myles Garrett. They also got Denzel Ward and a couple of other people coming up. So it's going to cost some capital to go out and get Jalen Ramsey and then give him an extension. So you ask me, G. Bush, would you take Jalen Ramsey for that high of a bounty? My guess is, hell yeah, twice on Sunday. What you think this is? I got to put it in subtitles or something? You gonna go give me Jalen Ramsey and I put him over there with Denzel Ward and put Greedy in the slot? Come on now. We got to stop Patrick Mahomes. We need that. Did you not see what Tom Brady did with Antonio Brown? They moved the bar up here. We need to get on this phone and do like David Stern. Do like he did when he blocked the Chris Paul trade. No, LA. No, you're not going to the Lakers. That's not going to happen. We needed somebody to step in and block that. But for now, they got Josh Gordon, Edelman, and Antonio Brown. And did you see what Antonio Brown was doing? The first game, Brady was spoon-feeding him like he had a 2-year-old toddler with some Gerber. Here you go, Antonio. Here you go. Here you go, Antonio. Eat your Gerber. Purified peas and carrots. Spoon-feeding him. First play, Antonio Brown for 6. Antonio Brown, deep sideline, 32 yards. Antonio Brown, back cut, in cut, 13 yards, first down, Patriots. Tom Brady looking left, throws to the sideline. Antonio Brown catches it, spin move, 13 yards again, first down. These guys were spoon feeding him. Jalen Ramsey will be needed for that. Patrick Mahomes may get 6,000 yards this season. We need all the Jalen Ramsey help we can get. Who cares what the picks is going to talk about? We in win now mode. We don't care nothing about no picks. Y'all ain't learned your lesson? Picks. Tell me about no doggone picks. Hey, ask the New York Knicks what picks do for you. Ask the Oklahoma City Thunder what picks do for you. It's all a crapshoot, man. Whatever. Give me Jalen Ramsey and talented guys any day and twice on Sunday, and let's keep it rocking. With that being said, please hit that subscribe button. Let's go ahead and do it. And after the game, check me out, man. I'm going to post. I post after every game. I don't care how long the game lasts. I post after the game. Hit me up. I will post a video of the recap. Please hit that subscribe button. Like the channel. Share it. You know, it don't cost you nothing for a like. All you got to do is that. Boom. Like the channel. Go ahead and subscribe. And as always, keep in touch with the Barbershop. You know what it is. You've been locked in with Gbush in the Barbershop. Feel free to take a look at some of our other videos linked here, and also subscribe to our channel so you never miss any of our updated content coming out regularly. Thanks again for listening.